G'day, my name is Mick Stillone, and I've been in the audiovisual industry for 30 years. In that time, we've installed thousands of dedicated home cinema solutions. One thing that we've learned is that there's often going to be a compromise. What we want to install, where we want to put things, and what the room ultimately allows. What we found though, is with the right products, the right tools, you can overcome any situation and create an amazing, immersive home cinema experience. So please enjoy the video, and I'm really interested to know how you've managed to overcome problems in your own rooms. So please leave a comment and let us know your thoughts. Really appreciate your time. Cheers. And it doesn't matter if it's a dedicated room, if it's a living space, if it's a garage. What you can do with a Trinnov audio processor is just magical. And this is processing, and this is performance, and this is great speakers. And when you put great speakers and great processing together, you've got a great home cinema. Just love it, absolutely love it. Amazing. There is the level of texture we're getting through the chair. You feel it in different parts of your body. It's just sensational. This is the Star Wars pod race. Absolute classic. So good. Okay, it's not overpowering. It's not overly loud. Just amazing. So, we're sitting at, I thought someone was behind me, but there's no one there. That's the power of sound, when I know I'm in a room on my own, and I thought someone just walked in behind me. That's pretty bloody good. Let me just pause for a sec. I'm standing here in a darkened room because the lights are out. Electricians are coming later on to work out what's happening with the light circuits. Every room has compromises. What I found is that no matter what you do, if you use good products, if you know what you're doing with those good products, the end result is ultimately what matters. And the end result in this room is just superb. This is really testament to the power and performance of Trinnov audio processing and room calibration. The control that we have with Trinnov to create an amazing space, an amazing audio space, is just unsurpassed. It is not an inexpensive product, but it is, in my opinion, maybe one of the best products ever made to give someone control they want in home cinema. One of the compromises was where the surround speakers were. You can kind of see that there's a surround speaker over there, and it's further back than you would want it to be, obviously, for the front row. The focus is the back row. That was an absolute must. And there was some restrictions and limitations, and we could have gone forward, but because of the touchscreen and because of a lot of other things, that's where it was. That's what we did. And then the boxes that were made were angled, which meant we really lost a bit of focus on the front row. What we ended up doing was adjusting it on the inside. We then put some custom grills so you can't see the angle of the speaker. It looks like it's really focused towards the back, but it actually, well, it is, but it's also giving us really good surround information for the front row, which is quite amazing. So it looks like it's not, but it sounds amazing. And as I was saying before, I thought someone was walking in behind me. Surround speakers are really doing a great job of giving us surround. Remembering that when you're doing a surround speaker system, you can actually put the speaker, 90 to 110 degrees. So we are really within the spec of where a surround speaker should be. It just looks like they're giving an absolute focus to the rear, but the way we've angled it on the inside, we're creating really good dispersion for the front row and the back row. I just thought I'd say that because people are going to say, oh, that speaker's aiming too much towards the back. Yeah, it looks like it is, but it actually is not. Now, the reason why I wasn't worried about the positioning, even if it was angled too much to the back, is because with a Trinnov Altitude processor, it's just like, we work magic, absolute magic. It blows me away. I've done this so often, I do so many of them, and every time I sit in a room that we've calibrated, it just blows me away. And you'll notice that the surround back speakers are pretty close to the corners over there, and again, where they were meant to be, where they are, what we have to do is make it work in that position. You know, we spend so much time on the detail of a room, so much effort in technically trying to make it perfect, and then we have to make things work. And I'll go back to Trinnov. I don't know what other way it can be as good as it is, other than the fact that with Trinnov, with the control, with the calibration, with the areas that we can set parameters to, it is amazing. It's an amazing experience in the front row. It's an amazing experience in the back row. I'm not so much worried about seat-to-seat consistency. I know there's a lot of talk about that, but it isn't something that really has a lot to offer for me. I have no problem in having a slightly different experience in one chair versus another chair. What matters is that every experience is amazing, and it's amazing in its own right. You know, the textile feel we get in the back, we've got two subs that are hidden in an enclosure, is actually really, really good. It's customized to the space. It's customized to the client's needs. And it's fantastic. I love it. So the front speakers that we're using in this room are the OWX-55s. Or the OWX-50s, I can't remember. I forgot the pictures of them, but they're the same speaker, different shapes. The OWX series, I swear to God, I was about to swear, it is so good. Like, it's so good. I don't know, they may be my favorite speaker at the moment. You know, would I prefer an MX-30 in this room? Yeah. We couldn't do an MX-30 because we had to keep the wall a little bit thinner. So we've gone with a 15-inch cyclonic sub, and we've gone with the OWX series speakers. That gave us a better profile, and I really don't think we've lost any performance. The compression horns on these speakers are just amazing. And I'm sitting literally 2.5 meters from that screen. I'm technically too close, but I'm not. Like, this, the vocal clarity is there. There is texture and depth in the vocals. It's not sharp and it's not harsh. It's not fatiguing. And that's such a testament to the good engineering and good design of these speakers. The MX-20s, the new MX-20 Mark IIs are using a compression horn as well, which are the same horns that are in these speakers. I guess if they were available when I was building this room, I could have gone with the MX-20. I don't regret using these speakers at all. We were able to position the LCRs really, really well, and that's one of the good things about the speakers. There's a bit more flexibility with positioning. We can get the height and dial it in perfectly. We can even create an angle the speakers to suit the space, and I really like that flexibility with the OWX series. Cyclonics 15s in the front are absolutely amazing. We're using Cyclonics 10s in the back, or 12s. I think we've gone with 12s in the back. 10s or 12s, I'll leave it in the description. We're using the 12s in the back. They're hidden on their side behind a timber joinery with cloth grills, and they're pretty close to the back seats, and they work incredibly well. You get a really nice little extra hit in that back row. You feel it in the front row as well. Like, it's not like you're not, and I think it's the 4 subs and the way the subs are calibrated create the texture in the low frequency. And again, that clip, that scene, because you've got different levels and different machines, you can almost tell, you know, when one of the pod racers is going by, the different character of sound the pod racers have, and you hear it, but you also feel it. Like, and that's really, really cool. And that creates the excitement. There's so much excitement and so much energy in this room, and it's not loud. And that's one of the great things about these sorts of speaker systems and these sorts of electronic packages. So we're using 190 watt amplifiers to drive all the speakers in this room. You know, this solution it allowed us to get the price to, you know, more of a comfort range for the client. And that's what I think is important, is you always want to try and make sure that you don't compromise the experience, but, you know, you work within the budget restraints that everyone has. Even though this is a very high-end room, you know, there's a lot of money was spent in the room itself, and that's all part of the cost. So we can't underestimate the cost of the chairs, the cost of, you know, carpeting, the cost of labor, electrical, lighting. There's so much that goes into a room, projection. And so, you know, we try and work in with what guidelines we have, and then make sure that we don't compromise the experience. You know, the power that we've got is surplus to what we possibly need, so there's still a lot of headroom, and headroom is something that is underestimated. I think headroom is really, really important. And when I say headroom, what I'm talking about is the ability to play the system at whatever level you're comfortable with, knowing that you've got all this extra headroom to play with. You can really crank it up. And what you find is that because it is such an efficient system, number one, you don't feel like you need to play it that loud, so it's always really comfortable. But when you play it loud, it's incredibly clean, it's incredibly tight, but it's not fatiguing. So the fact that you're driving a system at high volume levels, high SPL levels, because you've factored in all this headroom, it's effortless, like it's just going for a walk in the park. And because of that, at any level that you're listening to it, it's exciting, it's energetic, but it's relaxing. That's the best way that I can put it. And that's what this room is. Are there things that I would change? Hell yeah. Am I happy with the acoustics that were selected? Not by us. Look, they work. I understand the look the client was going for. The room sounds good. We've, contained reverberation, which is really the objective. Would I have used different treatment? Would I have added in some diffusion? Yes. Again, there are some things that we could do, some things that we couldn't do, some things were negotiable, and some things were not. Seating position was a non-negotiable element. Unfortunately, my OCD is I like things to be more centered. Door is on the back wall to the right-hand side. There's nice, comfortable staging and plenty of leg room. So that's why the front seat is a bit more forward to allow really good comfort for the back row. And I wanted to get the subs in the back. Even though you're in the front row, it's only a 140-inch screen. It's actually really, really good. My peripheral vision is incredibly wide. I can see, way over to the side. So yeah, I'm a little bit close technically, but it's a really good experience. And the sound, being as dynamic as it is, sitting in the front row, is fantastic. And the speakers are fucking amazing. They absolutely, absolutely shine in this room. OWX series, look them up. They are so good. Base the speaker selection on how the speaker is performing in this room. This isn't a very deep room. We're maybe 5 meters, and I think that it's absolutely perfect for the AWX. This is definitely the right choice for this room, for the way it's laid out, because it is quite wide. It sounds really, really good. All custom joinery at the front. Am I happy about the mirrors in the joinery? No, I'm not. Are they causing a problem? Yeah, no, not really. Not really at all. What I've used, shiny timber surfaces, no. Is it a problem in the room? No. The bulkhead came up really, really nice. It's a really nice look and feel. And I understand what client was looking for, and they've achieved that. I worked with the interior designer, and we did make some changes. And like I said, some things were negotiable and some things weren't negotiable. But at the end of the day, our job is to make this room work, and it fucking works. It really does work. It's an amazing home theater system. The side speakers are Hyperphonics 45s, and the surround backs are Hyperphonics 45s. And in the in-ceiling, we're using the Krix OWX-52s and angled in. Again, it's a bit wide. You would think they're too far to the side. The objective with the height speakers, you've got to have the left speaker not to the right of anybody. So I couldn't bring the speakers anywhere further across the room. The bulkhead had been made bigger. It's a concrete ceiling. So again, to create the height in the room, to have the bulkhead not be 1,200 deep, that's where they went. And you live with those compromises. I did play some Atmos material, and it is seamless. You've got a beautiful bubble around you. There is information everywhere. Like the accuracy and the detail and the staging is really superb. Really, really superb. So there's, it's a great room. It's a really good room. And these chairs are really comfortable as well. Clients sourced these. I didn't supply them, but it's a really, really good quality leather, beautiful design. Now, because I didn't configure the chairs and didn't order the chairs, when they didn't allow for the space for the chairs, and there was a piece sitting over there, which is surplus to the room because it's not going to fit. Carpet isn't what I would have used. It's a little bit commercial, and it's not really that plush. A little bit more plushness to the carpet would have been better. There is star ceiling. The stars aren't working because all the light circuits are out. So I've done a calibration in the dark under the brilliant light of that Christie projector, which is the Inspiration 760 or the 860. It doesn't matter. One of the Inspirations. It's amazing. I am waxing lyrical because this is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant space. What a great place to sit. One of the problems was the projector didn't fit in the space. So we allocated and gave drawings what was required. And when we came here to install the projector, it wasn't the space that we needed, and the opening for the projector was too small. There was a trapdoor, but projector wasn't going to fit. It's a big girl. And so we had to make some adjustments on the fly. The boys did it. They're amazing. We are using a Crestron home control system here as well. And it controls the AV, it controls the lights, it controls the comfort of this room. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us your comments. It's really, really important. We create different content. We do a lot of things. Our business is audio and it's video. And I think sometimes the best teaching, which is what we try to do, is provide education information. But the best teaching is from people that watch our videos, that comment on the rooms, good, bad, and different. It doesn't matter, but there's always something to be taught and something to learn. And I learn every day. I learn when I read comments. I try to respond to as many as I humanly can. People read your comments, and I think it's important that we show different perspectives to home cinema, to music, to entertainment systems. So please comment, give us a like, subscribe. Let's get information out there, let people enjoy the wonders of home cinema. It's truly a remarkable hobby. It's a remarkable interest. And if you enjoy movies, if you enjoy music, if you like gaming, and you want to get the best of audio and video, this sort of equipment will give that to you. It is an unrivaled experience, and so far better than what you're going to get in any commercial cinema. But, what we can create and what you can create in your room, in your home, with any budget, is quite remarkable. So until next time, really appreciate your time. Cheers. Is that the room takes shape, and the end result is all that matters, and all the obstacles that we have to face when building a room, we just have to deal with. The end result is all that matters, and the end result in this space is just amazing.